You got a boy cousin. I'm so happy for you.
I know that.
I know that. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, there we go. How you doing, Milo?
She watches this.
A car? Man, that's a fancy car. And there comes Miller, hot on your heels. Okay, start off with Jesus loves the little children. You ready? Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Good job. And what's that book up there?
The Bible.
Say it again.
The Bible.
Good. And whose book is that?
God.
God's book. That's so good. You know, I bet God smiles when He hears you say that. To see little children that recognize that's God's book. I'm so glad you guys know that. Okay. How many books in this whole Bible?
66.
66 is right. And how many just in the Old Testament?
39.
39. Good. And how many does that leave in the New Testament?
27.
27. Now, if anybody ever asks you what's 66 minus 39, you can say 27. You got that, right? Remember that? Okay. All right, let's sing the books of the New Testament. Ready? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and the letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, Jude and Revelation. How fast you think we could sing that song? Think we can sing it faster than that? Think so? Let's try it. See how fast we can go. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and the letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, Jude and Revelation. Good. See, you can know those good. Okay, then how many men wrote the Bible?
About 40.
About 40, that's right. Good job. And who was the first man that God created? What was his name?
Adam.
Adam. Good job. And who was the first woman? Eve. And how did God make Adam? Out of the dust. And how did God make Eve?
Out of Adam's rib.
Out of Adam's rib. That's right. So then after there was Adam and Eve, who was the first kid? Cain. Good. Who was Cain's brother, the next child? Abel. And then who was the next child? Seth. That's good. You know them all. Great. And after that, what was the bad thing that happened with Cain and Abel?
Cain killed Abel.
That's right. Is that good?
No.
No, that is very, very bad. And did things get better then or worse? Worse. They got so bad that God decided to do what?
Flood the earth.
Flood the earth. And who was the man that God told to build an ark? No. These guys are on Jeopardy hitting the buttons. All right. Good job. You know my questions. That's good. Okay. Creation song. So we can remember how many days did it take God to create everything?
7.
She backed up. 7? No, 6. Yeah. And both those answers are right. He created for 6 days, and what did he do on the 7th day? Rested. Very good. Let's sing together. On the first day God created the light. On the second, the heavens up in the sky. On the third day God made plants and trees. On the fourth the sun and moon and stars we see. On the fifth day God created the fish and the birds. On the sixth day all the animals on land. And in his own image God made man. And the seventh day he made for rest. All creation was what? Was good. Great. Okay. Boy, too bad I don't have my little one up here to tell me what that is. What is that? What is that thing up there? It's a what? Babel. That's the Tower of Babel. What's it sound like when you babble? And why did God make the people babble? Because they were trying to reach God, trying to make that tower go all the way up to God. And did God tell them after they got out of the ark to stay right there in one place?
No, go everywhere.
Go everywhere. That's right. And that's
Stayed in one place.
yes, they stayed in one place. So they didn't do what God told them. Now, after this, God came to a man named Abraham. Can you say that? Abraham. Good. And he told Abraham that all the world was going to be blessed through him. And listen to this. Abraham didn't have any kids. His wife Sarah, they didn't have any kids. And he was not going to have a kid until he was 100 years old. Are any of you 100 years old?
No.
No. That's old, isn't it? That's twice as old as Mr. John. Okay? We're going to sing a song about Abraham. Abraham had a son named Isaac. Can you say Isaac? Isaac. And Isaac had a son named Jacob. Can you say Jacob? Jacob. And God promised them that they would have a land of their own called Canaan. Say Canaan. Canaan. All right. Let's sing about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Once there were three wandering Jews. Once there were three wandering Jews. Wandering, wandering, Jew, Jew, Jew. Wandering, wandering, Jew, Jew, Jew. Once there were three wandering Jews. The first one's name was Abraham. The first one's name was Abraham. Abraham, ham, ham. Abraham, ham, ham. First one's name was Abraham. The second one's name was Isaac. The second one's name was Isaac. Isaac, Zach, Zach. Isaac, Zach, Zach. The second one's name was Isaac. The third one's name was Jacob. The third one's name was Jacob. When I say J, you say Cub. J? J? Third one's name was Jacob. Threw you a little curveball there, didn't I? They all went down to Canaan's land. They all went down to Canaan's land. Canaan, Canaan, land, land, land. Canaan, Canaan, land, land, land. They all went down to Canaan's land. Good job. So there's Abraham, and Abraham's son was who? Isaac. And Isaac's son was Jacob. Good. Good job. We'll keep putting that in there and you'll get it. All right. Smile, pray, and sing. Ready? It isn't any trouble just to smile. It isn't any trouble just to smile. If ever you're in trouble, it will vanish like a bubble if you only take the trouble just to smile. It isn't any trouble just to pray. It isn't any trouble just to pray. If ever you're in trouble, it will vanish like a bubble if you only take the trouble just to pray. It isn't any trouble just to sing. It isn't any trouble just to sing. If ever you're in trouble, it will vanish like a bubble if you only take the trouble just to sing. Good job. All right, everybody stand up. And you're already spread out. Good. You're in great shape. So we're going to be in the Lord's army. We're proud to be in whose army? The Lord's army. Ready? I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly o'er the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly o'er the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. Great job. Thank you all for coming to Bible class. You very quietly go back to your seats. You did a great job again.